Alright guys, I have to discuss something with you guys. So we now, as you guys just seen, I pulled out the headliner. Headliner sitting part here and over there. So I got the headliner out. I was pulling out the electrical. Electrical is basically all disconnected. It's going to be for your rear speakers, your rear light, and then one for your front light right up there. You'll see. And here's where it gets interesting. So as you see, this electrical system right here, I didn't pull all this out. This runs up, runs into here. Now I could pull this part out. It looks like I could pull this part right here out and pull all this out. Here's the thing. As you can see right there, it's riveted. So that means I would have to drill it out, bond to it, and seal it. I don't want to do that. So we'll work on that later on down the road. Another thing that's going to be interesting is I have to tie the washer reservoir from here. That runs into here. Runs up, down, in there. It's a little different on the 97 and above. So I'll show you guys that when I go to do this. The tailgate setup. I'll show you guys that later on. But anyways, I got the electrical harness out, and I got that out. Body harness is in, electrical's out, everything else is basically out. This is the stuff I'm going to save. I don't know if I'm going to use it just yet. And here's another thing I'm going to let you guys know right now. I'm not pulling any of this electrical, so this is going to stay. So now that I got the harness in here, we're going to basically tidy things up. I'm going to find a way to hook all this up into here. Get all this nice and neatly in here, and we're gonna go and continue on and throw it on time lapse. So you'll see me get the body harness in. After that, we'll go to continue on. Well, after the body harness is nice and neat up in here, we're gonna go on to the heater core. So the heater core setup, I actually have to figure out the bolt situation here, because these bolts actually came out of my old heater core. They decided to thread out. That's here and there. I can work with that. So we're going to figure that situation out and go from there. So let's throw it on time lapse and do it. Let's do it, guys.
Dylan got it bumping. Dylan got it bumping.
Alright guys, as you just seen, we got the body harness in. Body harness is in complete all the way from front to back. The harness that goes from side to side on the front half is hooked up. Let's see, what else do we got? We got the steering column out. We got both bolts for the heater core out. You've seen me drilling into the body. I'll explain that here right now. You've seen me drill into the body, and The reason why is I had to put in the fuse panel. So 94 to, well, it would be 86 to 95 does not have a fuse panel on this side. I had to modify it so this one had a fuse panel, so we got the fuse panel in. That's cut, drilled, and everything. Because I had to modify it where, if you guys look there, that's bent. I had to modify it where the it was slightly up higher, the wires. I think that's really about it for wiring right at the moment. There is some wiring where I'll have to touch up. I think that's really about it. So we'll go ahead and stop for the night, and in the morning tomorrow we will go ahead and get, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea where I'm going to start. I know I still have to pull the gas tank out of here, so maybe we'll start there. The gas tank's got to come out of here, and so does the intake. We'll probably get maybe those out. I don't know. We'll figure it out then. So let's go ahead and see you guys tomorrow. Let's do it. Hey guys, sorry about the wind noise. We're going to be doing the intake now. This is next day here. So yesterday you seen I got all the harness set up and everything. Yeah, so the intake setup I'm ripping off is going to be on this Jeep here. Taking this intake off. It's all going to be 14mm bolts. So I'm doing away with this throttle body. This will set up the injectors. So I'm going to unbolt the, get the radiator system out. Since the radiator isn't full, I have to fix the radiator. So the front clip just slides right off. Easy peasy. Set that right off to the side. Bolts are for this one. And as you see here, the radiator is actually broke right there, so I'll end up having to fix it or get a new one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. But we're going to get this intake off and go from there. So we'll throw it on time lapse and get started. Let's do it. Alright guys, so now that we got the intake on, so like I said, it was just these main bolts right there. The power steering pump, you have to use, if you're doing a 99 swap, or even if you just do the intake swap, you have to use the power steering pump, power steering pulley setup from the 99 or any 97, I would say, probably. Sorry about the wind noise. That power steering pump setup's going to look like this. So there's that power steering pump setup right there. And then you have to, I'm also swapping the alternator because that will have a different wiring harness. So I'll do that at the same time before putting the belt on. Alternator's just that bolt right there. And then those two bolts right down there. I don't know well you guys can see that. So we'll put the power steering pump pulley setup on. I'll pull this power steering pump off. The idler will take off. I think that's really about it right off the bat. If you have any questions, just go ahead and shoot us an email or message us something. So we'll throw it on time lapse and get started again. Let's do it. Alright guys, we're back here working on the Jeep. So today we're going to be putting on the front brakes, the brake assembly with the tires to get the front end off. I'm waiting on the cutter to cut a hole here so I can take and put the electrical system in for the motor. I think first things first, we'll get started on putting the brakes together. Once we get the brakes, then we'll get started on something else. I don't know where we're going to go from there, but so let's go ahead and throw it on time lapse and get started.
I love you, Bobby.
Dylan got it bumping.
I love you, Bobby.
Dylan got it bumping.
Alright guys, sorry about the wind noise. We're working on the Jeep again, so I'm going to start installing the heater core. Like I said, I was waiting on this drill bit to cut the hole so I can put it in from right here. I gotta undo this guy. So I'll show you what I mean. If you look here, there's no hole on that one, alright? If we walk over to the 99 here, it had a fuse panel that was on the passenger side, which you've seen me install already, earlier in the video. The main harness for the engine actually runs to this fuse panel, right here, and there's a hole right here. So this sits up in there, just like so, and it's all covered up right there. So I'm going to have to drill that hole. My plan was to drill it before I put the heater core in, but I'm not getting the drill bits until, I think it's at October 19th. And that's still like over a week and a half, 2 weeks away. So I'm like, I might as well continue on with the Jeep. So I'm going to start installing the heater core. You've seen me get the front end done. I painted this pulley. The intake here, I have one special thing coming for the intake for the throttle system. That's why the throttle body is not on. You'll see that sometime in this video. But anyways, it comes in and it plugs in right there, those two plugins. So once I get that, I'll start drilling that out. I'll get this fuse thing set up. Let's see what else. The heater core will be in today. I think that's really about it I can think of right off the bat. The steering column, of course. Another thing is, if you guys do the, even if you do the center console upgrade, you're gonna have to modify your e-brake setup a little bit. Now, looking into it, here's the stock e-brake. See how it sits like this? Here's the 97. Sits right in the middle. This one actually sits right off to the sides. This one, if you look, right there you can see straight through it. That's because if we pull it up to this hole here, where it lines up with that bolt, this whole back section's open. So we're going to have to modify that a bit. We'll work on that. I think that's about it. As we go along, I'll let you guys know what we have to modify to make this Jeep run. I'm sticking with the manual windows, manual locks, so we don't have to worry about door panels. The reason why I took the door panels off is the back doors are going to get new speakers along with the front and then the overhead. So it's going to have a 6-speaker setup. We have to get this guy out. Yeah, so let's get time lapse on and get chugging along. Let's do it, guys. Alright guys, so I'm just making the ending for the video here, so we finally got the intake on, the power steering pump, the whole intake setup's on, the harness is in for the engine bay, we got the main harness in for the body harness in. There is some stuff I'm going to have to look on for this. I'll let you guys know on that in the next video. That's probably the next thing we're going to go to in the next video, but that's here and there. We're going to clean up the Jeep, and we're back here working in the garage since we got the Subaru out. So I just want to thank you guys for watching the video. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but the SD card is almost out of time lapse or stuff. And anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. Let's see, what else did we do? We got the new alternator in. You see the brand new bad boy right up in there. New alternator, new power steering pump, or good used one. For the 99, because you have to swap the, if you swap intakes, you have to swap the power steering pump with the power steering bracket. They're slightly different. They bolt up different. Let's see, what else? The body harness situation. I have the drill bit coming in today for drilling this out, so you'll see that in the next video, I hope. Or you will. You'll see me get the dash probably in. I don't know how far we'll get with that. Couple other things I gotta do before I can even attempt to install the dash. But yeah, the old idler you take off, you install the new idler right here. You can see that's nice and painted white. I think that's really about it that we installed. We took out quite a few things. So yeah, I want to thank you guys again for watching and subscribing. Please hit the bell button to keep watching and keep up with all the good content we make. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys again. If it wasn't for you guys, yeah, I would be able to, but it wouldn't be as cool to build these cars and not show them off. I have a couple nice things coming in for the Jeep. I think that's really about it. So I want to thank you guys again, and see you guys on the next video, I guess. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you can go ahead and shoot us an email. We'll figure it all out. Thank you again, and please hit the bell button, hit the like, and subscribe if you're new to the show. Thank you. Peace.